Innovation is valuable. Innovation is what sets a leader apart from the followers. Hello everyone, we are University Innovation Fellows. Our goal is to promote innovation and entrepreneurship spirit and bring design thinking to our campus. Design thinking is a methodology to help generate innovative ideas. It has 5 steps and it is very user-oriented and imposes no limitation on your creativity. Our project is driven by 2 factors. Internally, we want to empower our students with design thinking, encourage them to solve real-life problems, and execute social impact. While externally, we see a growing emphasis on innovation in both business and academic field, so we want to prepare our students for the future world. For the second part, we are going to dive into the details of our project. We have 5 activities. The first, we have do some online promotion through Instagram, sharing information and promoting upcoming activities organized by us. Considering there's 60-something followers out of 3,000 students in LingnanU, we think it is not highly effective. However, we do average 10 to 15 likes per Instagram post. On top of that, we also do offline promotion through making triangular table stands. You can have a look on the design here. So we measure the effectiveness by observing students' reaction. And we understand not all students will read the details on the papers, on the table stands, so they might not be able to perceive all the message we want to give them. So it is concluded it is not as effective as we expected. Well, Winkles are going to talk about the remaining 3 activities.
Thank you, Max. So for our first activity, we joined the LEI week, which was organized by the LEI, our official units in our university. So we asked students to name some of the activities they can think of to solve these 18 sustainable development problems raised by the United Nations. So students are able to raise some innovative ideas, such as you see that distributing siew-mai and fish balls to raise people awareness on these 18 problems. So this is what we mean by I&E. I&E is not only about being able to do their business, but also be able to solve the social problems by their innovative ways and also simple ways they can do so. Our second event was the design thinking workshop, in which we organized to students and introduced design thinking processes. So we asked students to raise some of the problems that they found in LingnanU University and to provide some ideas to solve those problems. We do like a pre-post test to see if students are able to perceive what we mean by I&E. So before the workshop, we asked students to write down what means by I&E to them. And most people are able to write something like Steve Jobs, Facebook, iPhone, etc. But after the workshop, students are able to provide some ideas like thinking of innovative ways to solve the problems in the society. So this is what we mean. Innovative and entrepreneurship is not about high tech only, but also about how they can think of ways to solve the social problems. We also evaluate the workshop by asking students to provide the 5 processes that about design thinking. But not all the students are able to provide all 5 steps correctly. We think the reason behind may be because design thinking was new to them, and also it may be hard for them to learn all 5 processes when they have to do in the workshop within 2 hours. So the last event was the Dream Cup event. As we are able to find that students are able to provide innovative ideas, we asked students to think of what they mean in their dreams. So we asked students to write down their dreams on a cup like this, and so as to remind them they have a dream always. And we also asked them to locate their dreams on a star map, which is on the screen. So 56.6% of students locate their dreams on the top left-hand corner, which means that they are positive towards their dreams, but at the same time they are at the beginning stage of their dream. So we would like to suggest to our school that because students have positive attitude towards their dreams, so we have to do more in order to engage them into chasing their dreams. So I'll now pass the time to Carrie and talk about our program impact.
Thanks, Rainbow. So here comes the part about project impact, as we can see here. So here I'm going to divide it into two perspectives, including the institution perspective and individual perspective. For institution perspective, Lingnan University, they got to know how students think about innovation and entrepreneurship. We, as a team, serve as a platform to collect students' feedback, and then we express their thought to Lingnan department. So this helps enhance the communication between two parties. But people may think that there is always a hierarchy, or it might be difficult for them to deliver their thought to the upper level. So here we act as a bridge in connecting different stakeholders. And for the individual perspective, Lingnan students, they are encouraged to learn design thinking skills to take an active role in making larger influence. Upon participation of those design thinking activities, they are more willing to engage in innovation, and they may possibly arrange more design thinking activities for their peers, which is like a positive cycle and also a kind of give and take process. And also, like, take ourselves as an example. We serve as a team, and we learned those design thinking skills from Stanford Design School before, and we executed ideas into campus project, and we also put what we have learned into real practice. So this makes influence to our fellow students in Lingnan University. And for the key message we would like to bring today is the emphasis of mutual benefit. Like those design thinking activities we launched for Lingnan students could help the Lingnan department to understand students' thought, and for students, they are also able to develop a sense of innovation and also possibly to influence their peers and make their ideas come true. So we believe that the innovation and entrepreneurship atmosphere can be built among the Lingnan community. We also are trying to spread the influence to society in long term. That's why we believe we generated some impact to different stakeholders. And then I will pass the time to Dixon for the implication part.
Thank you, Carrie. So I think it's for us, most of the project we have to reevaluate on our project, so we have the reflection section here. So I think basically we'll sum up into two reflections. The first one is that we can see from our project, actually students have insufficient understanding of design thinking. Maybe it's probably because of the innovative atmosphere is not created in our campus yet. So this is something we want to work on in our later period when we get back to our campus. And the second part, I think it's really important for us to recognize this, is that throughout the DreamCon event, we recognize that actually students have their own dreams, they have their own goals. But very often we see students, they get so dull, so boring in classroom. So we believe that it's because they're kind of being struck down by the realistic view. The realistic tell them, oh, it's not plausible to launch your goal, it's not possible to launch your dreams. But what we want to do here is trying to shift them from a more realistic view into a more goal and dream oriented view, so that they can be more active instead of passive in learning, as well as more motivated. So before we talk about our recommendations, I think it's also important for us to recap again the 5 processes of design thinking and its relation to education. For the first part, empathize is it emphasizes on understanding. So the student have to be understanding on the topic itself. Also, the teachers also could be understanding towards the students. That's what Carrie had mentioned. It's mutual understanding. And then for define, we want our students to be task focused. And for ideate, we want to unleash students' potential because they have so many ideas on their head. They have so many thinkings on their head. They can go crazy on this one. So I think it's really a good part for students to launch this stage. And for the prototype part, we want students to be practical. Not only stop in a theory stage, but really get their hands dirty to do some things that they want to do. And last but not least is testing. So they have to reevaluate on the things they want to do so that it could be improving. And in combining all this kind of stuff, and we decided to recommend a project called the Capstone Project. So it's like most projects we do right now, but there's one thing really special about Capstone Project is that it's actually form-free. So it's regardless of what kind of format. And it's a project that can be decided by a student himself or herself, so that it could be act as an incentive for students to do, and they will be more motivated and engaging when doing this project. And there's also other ideas that we think of, like an online database which foster communication between alumni that can share their experience towards the students, and also we also encourage creating a LingnanU wiki page so that students and teachers can share thoughts together. And I have to say something before we end. So we think that with the increasing trend in artificial intelligence and technology, I think it's really important for us to recognize again what's the importance of human beings. We believe that human beings have their own special because we have our own brain, we have innovative ideas. So I will round up my presentation with one only question. Is that what can we do as an educator and as a people who foster education in reforming our current education system so that we human beings could really exercise and unleash our potential, which the robot and the artificial intelligence cannot replace us. Thank you.